All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Wake Up. We're out here in Chicago, so let's give it up for Chicago. All right, guys, we're shooting here on Friday. Today's topic is going to be about psychotic men and what is the most craziest thing you've ever had happen to you, and why do you believe men do get psychotic? I'll start off my story. I was recently out to dinner, okay? And I had a man call me from, I guess, his ex-girlfriend or whatever, 55 times on Instagram. His girl is just my friend. I've never, she's not even like a close friend. It's like a friend, like whenever you go out to eat, like there's like somebody there. Like 50 times. He was so threatened and so childish. I don't even know his name, but like the threats were, that's why you with my girl. I already fucked her. I'm like, I'm not out to eat with just your girl. There's like 12 people out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was embarrassing on his part. That's what I think. And I thought to myself, man, why do men get so fucking psychotic when, you're out to eat or whatever? It was her birthday. And we got a little birthday girl over here. We're going to clap it up for your little birthday. All right. But yeah, I just, want to go back. So we're going to first start with, why don't we introduce ourselves first? So why don't you give us your name? We'll go down the list. So give us your name and what you do.
Me?
Yeah.
Evie, I'm a data center technician.
Okay, and your name?
Daniela, I'm a dancer.
Dancer, okay.
Brianna, I'm a dancer as well.
Okay.
Angelica, and I work at a hospital.
Okay, and?
Janetta, I do customer service.
Customer service? Okay, cool. All right, so we'll start with...
Birthday girl.
Birthday girl? Okay. Well, what's something a man has done that's just so fucking crazy and you're wondering, what the fuck is this guy on?
So the topic that you're talking about, it was more of like, you said like, kind of like psychotic, right?
Yeah, like right. Your man, your ex-man doesn't, Right.
So you had the situation where this guy called so many times. Honestly, I think that's a mental patient. That's not a psychotic person. Obviously, he's sick. You know what I'm saying? But us women have dealt with men that don't call that many times, that actually never call that many times and actually react to certain shit. Mm-hmm. The person that you were dealing with, the girl you were with, obviously she had a...
Well, there were many girls. There were many girls at the situation. What I'm saying is like, what's something...
No, but what you were talking about was that was your situation, right? Yeah. Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
That you had that situation that this guy called that many times. He's sick. And the girl that you was with, obviously she dealt with that sick patient. She's probably a fucking doctor or something. I don't fucking know.
No, she's actually a dancer.
She is? Damn! Sure. Yeah. No, but I'm gonna tell you something. A nigga that calls a bitch so many times, that is not a fucking man. That nigga...
You guys like that? You like when the motherfuckers call like that?
When you like them. When you
Depends
like
on
them,
who.
To an extent. So if
you
yeah.
Them,
go ahead. Let her finish. Go ahead.
But if you don't like them, then no. If you're not answering, you're not responding, then that's an obvious reason to be like, stop calling.
Okay. Do you have a story? I'll go back to the birthday girl. Do you have a story in when a man just got psychotic with you?
For me?
Yeah. You're the birthday girl.
Oh yeah, of course. Obviously, I was with my baby daddy for 9 years, so I don't have too many stories. But yeah, I have a big long story. Obviously, been psychotic. But your story, honestly, like you said, you were with a girl and he was over there calling all these times. Honestly, if he's calling her so many times, that is a mental patient, to be honest. Because a real motherfucker would be like, bitch, where you at? And she would be like...
Yeah, he was calling me. I thought that was awkward. I don't even know her really like that. That's where it really got weird.
How he got your number?
No, on Instagram. On Instagram, you can dial. You don't have to, it doesn't show up for me, but I saw that was like fucking 50 calls. That's a lot of fucking calls.
If I can ask, what race was he?
Black.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Well, let's go kind of more over here then. Any of you guys got any stories where a man has been psychotic to you? Yeah, go ahead, Eve.
I've had some weird stuff. I've had psychotic stuff. I don't really get... I want to say, the most weirdest thing, which to me was psychotic, was someone put, an air tag in my car. And I've never had that happen to me until, I turned over 30. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. I've had psychotic situations before, but this is just kind of like a passive aggressive, it was kind of like.
Were you with the man? You were dating him or what?
I was dating him.
Okay, so he wanted to know where you were at?
Yeah, but the thing was like, I didn't give you a reason not to trust me, so like, why did you do that? You know? So, and I don't think, like, did you not think I was going to clean my car out and find that? Like, I found it in a sock. It was weird. And once I found it and confronted him, he kind of denied it. And I was like, first of all, I don't have an Android. I mean, I don't have an iPhone. I have Android.
Oh, wow, okay.
Team Android.
Samsung.
Samsung.
I mean, that's pretty much the extent to
What about you?
Plenty stories.
Well,
with
give
one ex.
us a good one.
Psychotic, do you mean like crazy or possessive?
Right.
Well,
she's
like
a
crazy.
dancer.
Like, what has he done? You know, what's something that's crazy? You know, I know girls that get all their tires slashed, and they'll be like, "Oh, fuck, kill this man."
That's
You know?
crazy.
Oh, I
But
can't
what's-
get my tire slashed. I don't know how to drive.
But give us a story of your.
So I had an ex I dated for 7 years. He took my phone. He broke my phone. He left me. I just moved into a new apartment. So he basically took my phone, broke it, left me by myself. I had no contact with anybody. Mind you, I was in a new spot. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know where to find a phone store. Like I said, I had no contact with any of my family or anything, but I was by myself for like 5 days until
wow.
I was able to get a new phone. He's thrown my purses, like my nice stuff, like stomped on it, like stole money from me, like psycho like that. Toxic. And toxic more than psycho. But
Okay.
yeah, he's out of my life, so
I'm
we're good.
sorry.
What about you? Let's go down the list.
Yes, I was in a relationship for 2 years, and the dude would like bust my window, pull up on me at work, take my phone, run out. So I had to like go get my phone, take my car.
How would he take your car? That's interesting. You got a
grabbing
spare
my
key
like,
made?
no, yeah, grabbing my keys and stuff while I'm at work. But it was like only so much I could do because I'm on shift, and this was when I was working like a 9 to 5, not dancing.
I got
So
your keys.
Okay.
going through my stuff, you knew where everything was.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah,
So just taking your car and destroying your windows?
yeah, everything.
Did you get
Locking
back with him
himself-
after it? Or
No,
what?
no. Locking himself like in the bathroom, checking my phone. Like, motherfuckers be out here crazy for sure.
Yeah, you guys don't think you make these guys that crazy? Or
I don't think so. I'm not crazy like that.
Can I say
Let's
mine?
go over here first.
Go ahead.
What about you? We'll get your story.
I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but I'm gonna say it because you know what?
Speak up. Speak up.
Speak up.
I'm past
Come over
it
here by the mic,
because-
baby.
And I feel good that I went through that at a younger age.
Yes.
I was in high school.
Man, look how beautiful
It
she
was
is.
my thank you. It was
Can I take her
my
home?
first boyfriend ever,
Mm-hmm.
and first everything basically. And basically everything they said that happened to them happened to me.
Well, give us something unique. I don't want the same story.
I got physically and emotionally abused at a very, very young age. I'm
Okay.
15 years old. And he was really crazy. And I remember that it didn't just start like, oh, don't do that. Don't do this. It started with little things. So these little things accumulate, and us as women, we should be, I hope the message gets out to women that they're able to recognize these signs that are coming.
Well, what are the signs? Tell the women out there. Tell them.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So the first sign was, don't wear those tights. Start wearing looser clothes. Then it would be like, I remember it would be like, don't wear makeup just for today. Then it went, don't wear makeup for the first 2 days. And then don't talk to just that friend. So they would start off with one friend, and then it would go to the next friend.
Not all your friends
And then
are
it was
hoes.
all your friends. Yeah. And then all your friends are hoes. And then it got to the point that it was your even your own family that they wanted to isolate you from. And I think that right there is very
Well, how serious did the relationship get?
well.
How long did you date for?
I dated him for my entire high school year, so 9th grade to about my junior year when I finally snapped out of it. But
Okay.
that was my first everything. So it was hard to let go. I had a really attachment to him, and I always wanted to make it work, but it's just, those little things, and you don't realize it until you're 9 feet deep.
Yeah.
And you're 9 feet deep, and you can't get out of this hole, and people are trying to help you, and they
Well, everybody now is saying, "Oh, we broke up. We're done. We're done. We're done." Anybody still with the psychopath or no?
no.
Can I say something?
No.
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 Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You
Well,
got
when I
something?
spoke, I was just speaking about what you were saying. But yeah, I have dealt with a psychopath. And
Okay.
I've been with a psychopath. I've been 5 months away from him. But before that, we did like a year good. But before that, it was like a whole year and a half. The scar I have on my face, he split my face. While my daughter was next to me sleeping. I was like, just leave. Just a little simple argument. I'm laying down on my bed and he just turned around and punch in my fucking shit. Crack my whole shit open.
Yeah.
And my daughter started screaming, and I was living in my mom's house at that time. And I bring him into my mom's house because he had nothing to show for, mind you. And I bring him in there. I asked my uncle, okay, stay for a little bit while we get our apartment. He's like, all right, cool. And this nigga crack my shit. But I'm a Dollar Tree ass bitch, I promise you. So I was just...
What is a Dollar Tree ass bitch?
Dollar Tree ass bitch. Like, I'm a Dollar Tree ass person. Like, when I go to Dollar Tree, like, I find little good shit and all that. And honestly, I found, like, it's called skin glue. Skin glue. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. I just bought it. And I always buy, like, medicine and all that because I am a mom. I'm a mother first before I'm a woman.
Yeah.
That's the truth. And honestly, he hit me before, honestly, all the time, you know what I'm saying? But I always block myself. But this time, he just snaked me like a straight fucking bitch. Honestly. And I said something to this man, you a straight bitch. And while my daughter was right here next to me, and he's like, I'm finna leave. I'm like, then leave. And he just turned around. I didn't notice. And he, boom, mind you, he's 6'3". I'm short as hell. I'm laying on my bed next to my daughter. He just punched me straight in my shit.
Yeah.
And it hurt so fucking bad where I couldn't even think. And I just held myself and I held my head. It hurted so bad. Like, it was like a tinkling, but it was more of like a throbbing, you know? And I held it. And then
so, like, did you?
I was gushing. I was gushing.
You keep your hand down. So you just went with it. Obviously, you're not. You know, you didn't call the police or anything. You just.
So at that moment, no, I didn't call the police.
Okay.
But I had the skin glue. Put the skin glue. And
so I feel like a lot of women don't call the police because they don't want to end the relationship.
Right.
You ever feel like that?
But I barely did call the fucking police. And guess what? This bitch never got locked up. And he's like, bitch, you don't fucking call the cops on me. His whole family was on me. Like, oh, you gonna lock up my brother. He never got locked up. And I told his family, I don't give a fuck. Y'all don't do shit for me. Because I'm a person that I'm always to myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't be in y'all business. Get the fuck out my shit.
But violence kind of comes in two ways. There's always action and results and actions. Like, you know consequences kind of... outweigh different situations, I don't believe a man can really get to a point where it's violent unless he's, he's mentally ill also, But I'm not condoning a man should ever hit a woman at all. At the end of the day, it's wrong in so many ways.
No, I think he is mentally ill because I'm going to tell you something. It takes a lot for me to actually like sit here and try to fucking sit here and hit somebody.
Yeah.
I was raised by my mom, a single mother, and I'm going to promise you, I don't give a fuck what any of these like people, if I didn't know them, it's going to take a lot for me ever to even hit nobody. I'm 31 years old, and probably the last fight I got into was like 10 years old. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to kill y'all with kindness. I don't fuck with that shit. That's just me.
Well, you said you're a Dollar Tree ass bitch, right?
I am. Well, I'm a Dollar Tree ass bitch with the stuff. And honestly, Dollar Tree actually saved me where I actually like put my scar through. But I wish I would have went to the hospital because it would have been probably smarter. Yeah. But it is what it is.
I respect that. You were kind of nodding your head a little bit, Bree, right? So you've had some violence come your way, or
definitely.
But
I don't think it's always the woman. I think people could be that crazy.
No, we're not. It's never a woman's fault. I don't think that men should do that.
Could be, though. Sometimes it could be the woman.
No. It's not. It's not the woman's fault. You guys should never get hit. At the end of the day, you should never be.
Absolutely.
You should never be hit.
No, I disagree.
But some people some women push it.
Of course, yes. Some women start hitting their man. The guy tries to keep walking away.
It doesn't make it right.
And I mean, you can only protect yourself for so long until sooner or later you're just, trying to get away from the situation, Some of you women are crazy, yeah. But at the end of the day, no man should lay his hands on you. You should figure out how to leave the situation. But, like she was saying, she's with her mom and the kids there. It's, it's you become in that protective state, correct?
Yes.
So, but yeah, on a point to there where men get too crazy like that, yeah, I believe a woman should have something to protect herself with, Abusive relationships, they keep lasting for a reason because the woman just sees that as, he'll get over it. He loves me. Yeah. This and that. And at the end of the day, you're just throwing yourself in a worse situation.
Well, not only that, but I feel like backing up to calling the cops too, like she said, he didn't even get locked up. So it's like a lot of women get scared to do that because then it's like when they don't get locked up, now they're just coming for you 10 times worse.
Right. And
you
ever
can't.
since I called the cops on him, I promise you that nigga don't even think twice. I'd be like, fuck you. And he'd be like, all right, Jeanette, I don't want no problems. That nigga don't even say shit to me. I'm like, damn, one day in the county got you fucked up.
Oh, in Chicago, some of these guys that don't do shit. But let's go over here. Have you ever had a man get him locked up before?
Yeah. So, I mean, after a certain point, you're like, I'm just not going to defend myself against you anymore. Like,
yeah.
And then, like, just touching on, like, what everybody, like, a lot of girls stay because everyone has to hit the fan until they realize.
There is a breaking point for every relationship, correct? When you know it's over, it's fucking over, right?
If you say after the first time, it's like, I really love this guy, like, maybe he'll change. You know, you can be young, you can be an older woman, like, you know, no one's going to get in your head. It doesn't matter if it's your best friend, sister,
exactly.
mom, like,
right.
Yeah.
With someone and you love them, you're like, you know, like, I let this slide.
And it's harder when you have kids with them too, right? Well, if you got kids with them, it's hard.
Right,
yeah.
That's the glue.
That is the glue. Like,
honestly, yeah. I feel like you have to have self-love.
Mm-hmm.
You have to love yourself.
The kids will be the glue to that situation.
For sure.
Calling the cops, like after a certain amount of time, it's like... No.
I think the relationship's over once you call the cops. Once you've called the cops on your man, the relationship's done.
For some people.
No, for most it should be done. Because now it's going to be a continuous basis. You're getting known in the neighborhood. The cops know you. You know, you started that degenerate track. He started it with you. At a point, you should just end the fucking relationship. Because it's just... You guys both don't give a fuck anymore. You know, cops, when you're willing to lock somebody up and when they're willing to hit you, they've crossed the line at a certain point, correct? Yeah. No matter what you do or what you did.
Not really correct. Not really, because you were not were you ever in that predicament?
Who?
You.
I mean, let's talk.
No, Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Let's just keep going on to here, okay? So what about you? You've said you've called the cops before?
So I was getting beat like every day for like 5 years with my last boyfriend, and like honestly I feel like it changed my life. It was one day where like he hit me so bad in the back and I couldn't move, so I called my mom called the police. He showed them a video of me hitting him and we both got arrested, and I was wow. After all these years of getting beat every day, this is what happened, this is what I deserve. I just beat the case, by the way, so
well,
yeah,
good.
we're done.
Do you feel like
Shout out to my lawyer.
You feel like that's more of a Chicago thing? You just feel like that's more of a Chicago thing?
I feel like if you're toxic, you're toxic.
Yeah, but you're saying I got the case with him.
I did. I mean, he's crazy.
One at a time, girls. Go, let her talk. Go ahead.
Can I be honest? He's from Elgin.
Okay, but, that's fine.
Yeah, but no, I feel like we just brought it out of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you stayed after the first time, and he stayed after the second time, and then it got worse and worse and worse, right?
Yeah, we would talk and apologize to each other. Any little thing would trigger him. And
you feel like you ladies kind of validate love that way? Like, oh, he's crazy, he loves me.
Yeah.
You ever feel like that? I feel like I hear that a lot, even on this show.
That,
yeah. Like, no man is ever going to love me like this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
Why do you women trigger that in your heads?
I don't think
we're attached.
You're attached?
Yeah, because it's like, it starts off really good. Sometimes it could be good for a year, 2 years. So it's like you're just in love with that person. Then it's like that slowly starts coming out of them. So it's like starts little and you're like, okay, I could dismiss it. And then it just keeps progressing and progressing.
Because is anybody here married or no?
No.
No. You are? Okay. Not obviously not that a high school sweetheart, right?
No.
Okay, but the end goal is to get married. So you see kind of the end goal is like, oh, I've been in this motherfucker with 2.5 years, 3 years. She said 5 years. You said, 3 years. It gets to a point where you're looking to get married, correct? No woman wants to stay alone forever.
Yeah,
I feel like that was years ago.
I feel like it's okay. It's okay to be alone. Like it's okay within yourself.
But you're not even alone, so you're saying it's okay to be alone.
No. But you don't know that because I'm not even from Chicago.
That's fine, but you just said you were married, so you're not alone. That's what I do know.
But it's not. It's really not the same. Like, yeah, I have my significant other, but at any time he can leave me. I have my children, but it's just within myself. You come into this world by yourself, and you leave this world by yourself.
Of course, but your significant other is not just going to leave you if you're married to him. Right? You made both a commitment, correct?
That's a whole other subject. We're talking about domestic violence, so.
No, we're talking about psychotic boyfriends. We kind of toward.
No, but I get what you're saying.
He's not psychotic, but I mean, like, I don't even want to really go into that. But
no, he's just saying the goal is to be married.
The goal is to be married and be with somebody.
Right. Yeah. So, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, honestly, yeah. I feel
you don't need to raise your hand every time, but go ahead.
It's okay, though. I don't want to, like, interrupt anybody. Honestly.
All right.
I'm just very respectful.
Okay.
So, I'm be like, teacher.
I'm not.
But yeah,
teacher,
I feel like back then when I was younger, like, honestly, it was a goal, to be honest. But I feel like now with society and social media and all that bullshit, like, you got married couples with pictures on Facebook. Literally. And motherfuckers still in my inbox. You could be married, you could have children, and your husband's still gonna be in my motherfucking inbox. What the fuck that ring gotta do to you? That's fucked up, because I'm gonna tell you something. There's difference between people. I wanna tell you something. Marriage is what it is. It's the person that actually takes marriage seriously. Yep. Me, I'm gonna tell you something. When I'm single, I do what the fuck I do. I don't owe nothing to nobody. But when I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. I'm not gonna be over here sucking dick, fucking nobody. I'm with you and I'm with you. And I'm gonna respect you. You my man, that's it. You're not gonna be looking stupid. That's how I am. Yeah. But there's a lot of people that don't feel that way. With social media, I'm gonna tell you something. If I'm in a relationship, like, serious, I cut that shit off. I don't give a fuck about social media. But
so you'll get rid of your social media when you're with a man?
Yes, I just got my social media back on Facebook, and I was like, damn, this shit popping because I'm single. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, ding, ding, ding. And I can't even keep up with it because I'm working. I got my kids. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? How do these whores keep up with this shit? This shit's crazy.
Yeah, I know, but...
No, but I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, like I told you, marriage.
It's just harder for you probably to, like, get a man to remarry you after you've been married. It's for anyone.
I've never been married though, to be honest.
But I mean, the kids. You have kids, correct?
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people could sit there and fake it. You could see a picture.
How can you fake kids?
No, I'm saying fake a picture.
Okay.
You can fake a picture.
All right, I was gonna say.
Like, marriage. I'm like, man, you know how many pictures out there? You know how many people, famous people, all that. Everybody fucking on somebody. Get the fuck out of here. I'll tell you that shit.
Okay.
So what?
But let's,
Only reason why I probably feel like you feel like it's very strongly is because the guy that's very religious, obviously, they be sure that their wife is right.
Oh, a lot of men take marriage serious too. They take it serious. A lot of men take it serious.
A certain man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm bisexual. I'm gonna tell you something. Facebook bitches be shaking their ass. I be like, damn. They be like, cash out $10. I be wanting to take them $10, bitch. What's up?
Okay. Well, let's move on a little bit from you. So
that's the truth.
Why don't you go over here? You said you're married, your significant other. You'll never kind of, he could leave you tomorrow. Why do you feel so subtle?
I mean, it's not even just that, but like, death comes, get a snap of a finger. It could.
I know, but like, damn, I mean, that's intense right away.
Yeah. I had a near death type of experience, but that's a whole nother subject. But it's just like,
so has that made you devaluate your marriage then?
Not devaluate my marriage. I love my marriage, but you got to be able to put yourself first. Like, I can be empathetic of others, but also be selfish for myself.
Yeah, but I mean, with your marriage, you can't really be, others have nothing to do with it. It's all about you.
When you're in a marriage, you do got to put yourself, because sometimes when you don't put yourself first, then these men they tend to keep jumping, and then you got to put yourself first, and you got to put yourself back in your energy with yourself, because then that's when they realize, like, oh, okay, like, she really can do it without me. Because sometimes, man, they like to take you for granted.
So when you're married, the man takes you a lot more for granted. That's what you're saying.
It happens in every marriage. It happens in every marriage and every relationship. No. But I mean, yeah, we all go through our negatives, and you got to know how to get.
Yeah, I believe you're correct. When a relationship gone past 2-3 years, then yeah, the man sooner or later. It's not just boring. It's just he believes you're always going to be there.
Yeah, exactly. And they think that it's just. But then sometimes as us women, we tend to give so much, and then we forget that we still have ourselves. And like, you honestly, you really got to. For me, I think, I know it's kind of like, I guess, mental health. It kind of runs into mental health. You really got to be in a really good mental health state, so that way you can give your best. to that person.
Mental state.
Well, I mean, marriage, if we go to a full marriage, okay, let's say, how long you been married, if you don't mind?
Since 2017, so about 5-6 years.
Okay, so he married a different woman, okay? Because you change after 5-6 years, and he changes after 5-6 years. So marriage is really something you're going to have to keep working on, correct? No matter what, you're always going to be working on it. And, people change. And that's, during COVID, they said most divorces happen because men were staying at home, women are at home. You're not used to being there around each other during all that bullshit that went on. And that's, a lot of people broke up because of that shit. And finances, money came into play.
Yeah, there's all
money's always been the play.
It's
money's always the play. Okay.
Yeah, money is the root of evil.
Right, it is.
Yeah, like it could be money. I'm not saying that it's just it could be money. It could
But
be
it
cheating,
is.
It could be family. It could be parties. All types of things.
I'm gonna tell you something. A married man will always love his wife, and he's always gonna want to keep his wife, but his mind's always gonna be wandering, and that's just the truth.
I mean, would it be okay if your man slept around with you?
If only I could do the same. But I'm gonna tell you something.
It's easier for you guys to do it. You just open up your phone and you can find someone to sleep with, correct?
Well, yeah.
Okay, it's a lot easier for you guys to do it.
Unless you're an ugly guy and you can't do the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
No, guys, it's harder to get women.
It's harder for real?
Yeah, it's harder.
Not even, honestly.
Well, it all depends. Hold on a second. It's not. It all depends. It all depends.
Bitches be over there.
I don't really know. I don't really know any bitches just going for a chain. I'm sorry. A chain is not.
You got a big chain. You got some money. A lot of whores will go. That's just the truth.
So they'll go for the money.
They'll assume.
I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't do that.
No, I don't.
I feel like you're laughing, but you might.
No.
You might.
Who might?
My bills are paid right now, so.
Damn, he's trying to come at you. Damn.
I'm just saying you're laughing about it, but it's easy for you to do it.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, because I'm married.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. But
it's easier because
because I'm married.
Anyways, let's go back on track of a psychotic. Let's go back on a psychotic man. Do you guys feel like you drive the men to that point? In
a sense, I feel like if you love yourself enough, you're not going to tolerate it, so you'll leave right away. And that's where a lot of relationships mess up. Like both your spouse and yourself need to love yourself more than each other, just so that you won't you'll still love each other, but just so that you won't tolerate anything, you're gonna put yourself first. I think that's what correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's where you're trying to go with it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah.
And I believe single women keep their friends that are in a relationship. They turn them single.
No,
I believe so.
I don't think so. I
Why?
encourage my friends.
You encourage them to stay in the relationship?
If they have a good man, I tell them, you can ask my friend right here. He's
not
lying. If I have a good, if my friend has a good man, I'm like, no, girl, why? Go.
But she can't go out with you and you're single all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I barely go out myself.
Okay, but
even if she does, why can't we?
Well, I mean, okay, you're both at the club. You're single. You're in a relationship now, or you're not?
I am.
Okay, it's not fair to the man that she's going out with you.
Yeah.
Just having a great time at the bar, enjoying herself with you. Sooner or later, if you're getting that serious with a man, you should slowly cut your single friends off. And just keep it. You could keep it subtle. I mean, going to the clubs and dancing and doing all that. I mean,
yeah, cut it.
You got to cut it after a while, or you're going to lose that man. You devaluate yourself every time you go out, and then you're saying you create. We're not creating the toxic man. You guys really kind of are a little bit. I don't believe in the violence. I don't believe in the violence, but the second guessing, yeah, let's say you took her out, right? And she just gets fucking trashed, all right? Complete trash. She sleeps over, right? And her man's used to her coming home.
Right.
I mean, he gonna think she's out there sucking dick.
Right.
I mean, majority of men will be like, what the fuck? Where's my woman at?
Good dick.
All right.
Let me say something. We just went to California and my man was tripping because we were there.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
So going off of that, he trusts me though.
To a point. Yeah. Just like you wouldn't trust him.
But I would feel guilty going home.
Are you still with him though?
I am. He takes good care of me. I love him.
Yeah, I mean, then you slowly have to cycle out of that, or you start devaluating yourself to that man. She's always out. She's always out. She's for everyone.
To a point, like you said.
You're out for everyone. If you keep going...
No, I agree.
You can't keep going out with all your single friends. You're free for everybody. You got to be there for that man, too. And hold on a second. And that's his peace is you. You're in his life to create peace. Other than that, if you're saying, he takes good care of me, that's what he's supposed to do. He is really supposed to take care of you, correct?
Yep.
Everybody, at the end of the day, women-wise, you guys, they've done a lot of tolls on this. 90% of like women want to have just one man and be taken care of and, you know, feel special, you know, because you don't want to be 45, that bitch at 45 into the club. All right. You don't want to be that bitch. Correct. You could be looking fantastic, but nobody really wants to be that, you know, because it's depressing. That's what I think, you know, and a lot of you women will probably back that up too, because at the end of the day, there's always going to be another 23, 24-year-old that looks good. Correct. So you want to lock a man down. That's the only way you're going to. Because if you keep going out with your single friends, you know, you're starting to create that doubt in his mind. But I do agree with you. You should be able to have some freedom and go. But, you know, it is a single point, you know.
Brunch.
But
Brunch,
yeah,
drinks.
I agree. That's more chill.
Now,
Yeah.
where
Just
going to
casual
a club,
drinking.
going to a club, you're trying to get some dick. I
There's a
feel like that's
difference.
some
Yeah.
ratchet ass shit. Like, bitch, you want to go to a club, go with your man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
bitches
true.
that go to the club, they want to look for niggas. That's it. That's some whole ass shit.
Bitches that go on vacation want to look for niggas too. That's what I
Right.
think.
Not necessarily.
Right.
Come on, it's true.
We just went on vacation. And
Yeah, and that's a red flag. In my book, that would be that's how wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong in a lot of ways.
Actually,
If you want my opinion, you going on vacation with all your bitches, you're going out with men.
Actually, I was a travel agent. So
Travel agent for who?
travel agent for what the hell was it? I forgot
All right.
what I was, but she knows I was.
Okay.
She knows I was.
Yeah, yeah.
We went to
And I was
Mexico.
and I planned the whole trip, you know,
Okay.
and it was a whole girls trip, but I did that so I could get to know what was around there, so that way I could tell my clients what was around there, what to expect, what not to expect. So it doesn't always mean that. I think if you are at a like you're mentally good, then you don't have those doubts. Because my husband, she knows him, and we're good. I feel like when you get
She
to that
could know
age-
him, but I gotta tell you something. What I learned, a nigga that been with for 10 years, you can never stop knowing somebody. I
Yeah,
promise
I'm
you.
not
They'll
saying that
switch
to you.
on like
I'm just
this.
saying
And
that.
I'm not trying to interrupt you. I'm just telling you, ladies, when you go on vacation with all your girls and you're going to the clubs, dancing and all that, and you're gonna meet men. I don't give a fuck what you
You're
say.
gonna meet men everywhere you go. The grocery store.
No,
you
you'll meet
gotta
them
know-
more. You'll meet them more in. Listen,
Doesn't mean we want
They
dick
you
though.
everywhere.
What? What'd you say?
Everywhere I go, they
Doesn't
want it.
mean
I'm
we
not
always
saying
want
like
dick,
that, but I'm just
though.
saying,
Honestly, I feel like if you're
One at
in
a
a
time.
relationship, if you're in a relationship and y'all love each other, y'all shouldn't be taking vacations by yourself. That's how I feel, and I feel strongly about it because I feel like why y'all taking vacations by yourself? That's some weird ass shit. I don't give a fuck. There's temptations out there. There's just why. If y'all love each other and y'all really feel each other, y'all want to be together. Y'all want to vibe with the whole fucking scenery, all type of shit. What the fuck y'all finna do on vacation? Just eat something with y'all friend? No, y'all finna go to the club. Y'all finna be dancing with motherfuckers.
I mean,
Y'all
I
finna
get it.
vibe with
You're
people.
going to meet people. That's what they say. You know, a lot of
If
people
you're
go on
single,
vacation
go
to
on
meet.
vacation by yourself. But if you're together, I
Yeah.
strongly feel like that's not right. Me as a person, I don't know. I was raised old school. That's just me.
I respect.
Okay,
that.
but go ahead. Let her go.
I
Go ahead.
respect your opinion because at a time I used to judge people that were like that, and now I'm in the other people's shoes that are like that, and now I understand because it's a different.
Okay, let me give you a different perspective. Okay, all right. Let's say your spouse, or whatever, he's at the club, right? We'll just take like vice versa. He's a woman. All right. It's just a vacation club. Your man is a woman. All right, and then he's on vacation, and there's people in that club that look better than you that are approaching him. Okay, some of them may be even better suitors than you. Right? Well, I mean, they look better to a certain point. They could have better conversations than you.
Yeah.
They're better to approach than you.
Strong. Okay.
So why would you put yourself in that situation?
If your man's easy, he's easy. If a
Yeah.
bitch gonna take him, they gonna take him. And that's how I
Listen. I'm not saying you're taking this the wrong way. I'm not saying your man is a man. I'm saying your man now is you.
Okay, but vice versa.
So your man is you. There's more. He's in a club. He's you. All right. Let's say he takes your body. Okay. All right. You're pretty. All right. He goes to the club. There may be other eligible, men in there that look good. Men, women, whatever the fuck it is, that look good, that'll approach you. All right. Just putting themselves in that situation could defy your whole relationship.
You gotta,
Right?
I feel
It
like
depends.
you gotta know what you got at home. Yeah. Because then you're not even gonna be looking for real. Like,
I'm talking about the situation. I'm talking about the situation.
That is a situation. Have you ever been in love?
I'm talking about the
loved a person
situation.
like that?
I need you to calm down over there. I'm talking about the situation. You throw yourself in that situation. Do you understand that? You're at a club where there's people that are more attractive than your spouse there that could possibly approach your spouse. Okay. Do you understand that? All right. And they have better conversation than you. Let's say they have more money than you and they have more to offer than you. Is that somewhere you want to send your spouse to?
Yeah, because I want him to be actually tested, and I want him to get through that and be able to do it for himself, because it's gonna.
Why do you need to take a test if you already took an oath? Why do you need to take a test? Hold on. Why do you need to take a test? You already took an oath for marriage. We don't need to take no more tests. Test is over with.
All the time. We're different people all the time. It's okay. For me, I don't know. I think it's just a problem within yourself. So she could be better than me and everything, but you like, for instance,
I'm just talking about putting yourself in the situation. What's the point? Why put yourself in that situation?
Trust. They're going to find someone anywhere, whether it's church,
why
work.
Did Jesus put himself in the situation to start, but he still put
Like,
himself in the situation.
Jesus has nothing to do with this, honey.
I
Let's
mean,
figure it out.
they see a woman walking with God
Yeah.
within her. They like, dang, she carries herself well. It could happen anywhere.
I'm just saying, you wouldn't want your man to be out there, getting approached by all these women,
He ain't gonna
going
fold.
out.
Yeah.
He's not going out.
He ain't gonna
I don't
fold.
know. I'm confident enough.
He ain't gonna fold. He's solid.
Like, go ahead.
He's solid.
He knows what he has.
Okay. What did you say?
He knows
Say
what he
again.
has. He's not gonna fold.
Why?
That's right, baby.
Why do you think that?
We ain't folding him like no tortilla.
I mean, because he knows what he has.
That's
And
right.
I mean, I know it depends on the person and what you got with that person, but at the end of the day, my man ain't gonna fold.
You just gotta.
And I'll put the
Preview,
and I stand on
preview.
that. And I stand on that. 100%.
Preview.
Does your man have options now?
He reminds me every day he doesn't want anyone else.
Does he have options, though?
He might.
Do you know?
Not that I know of.
No, the man can't
Everybody
be
got
tested
options.
unless he's got options.
I mean, we go to the show club together. He don't gotta cheat. I'll bring a girl home for him. It ain't like that. That's
Okay, so you're okay
relationship.
sharing your man then.
100%.
If
That's why he ain't gonna fold. That's why he ain't gonna fold.
Okay. No, I never really heard that one before,
If
so
you know,
okay.
you know.
If you know, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, girl. 2023.
Be his peace.
All right. What about you?
I feel like if you're always like locking them up too, not like physically obviously, but like if you're not allowing them to do things, then they're like more tempted to
Yes.
go cheat too. So it's like, why not let them? And they just gonna show who they are at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think that's dumb.
But I feel, listen, women, once you're in that 2 or 3 year mark, you guys start getting way more jealous. And where are you going? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you guys going here?
And
You know.
your mark, I think that's more in the beginning, Mark, and then
That's more on the other side in the beginning, I think after 2-3 years, you women are locked in, like you've made a commitment.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just used to. It's custom.
Okay.
Because y'all been in a relationship for so fucking long. You're like, what are you doing? It's just because we don't do shit. So we're like, what are you doing? We're just asking questions. We don't give a fuck what the fuck you're doing. We're just like, what are you going to do? Well, what the fuck am I going to do now?
So
man? You're leaving.
if we go back on topic, so you women don't believe you bring out the craziness in the men. You don't bring out the psychoticness?
Sometimes it's how you grew up
No.
and what type of environment that you grew up in. I think that sometimes has a lot to do with why some people the way they are, and they handle situations in a different way. And maybe and since they've seen that happen with their parents or whoever that they raised them, they tend to handle that situation in that way. I think it's the way they grow up. It's within themselves.
I think it's sex. I think it's sex.
Yeah.
Or if you hit him first.
If you hit him first?
Yeah. Do
Are you fucking toxic?
you think you brought crazy into the relationship when you
Toxic,
started
girl.
hitting him? Because honestly, I started hitting my ex first, and then
Damn,
he
you're
came after me
bogus.
times 1,000, and I feel
I
like
bet you don't have sisters because I will knock your ass out.
he do. He do.
Okay. All right, guys. We appreciate you guys for this episode of Wake Up. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.